Hey everybody, thanks for joining us for this Power of Business Friday 15 live chat. In just a couple of minutes, you will be hearing from Alyssa Dye talking about using Twitter parties to expand your brand. It should be a fascinating conversation. I hope that you will tune in for the entire conversation. As you're in this Hangout environment, please look for the Q&A portion of the Hangout environment. That's where you can ask questions of Alyssa and share your thoughts, and we'll try and get to your questions as you post them. Before we get started, a reminder that you can find out more about the Friday 15 live chats and the Power of Business Network by going to powerofbusiness.net. That's powerofbusiness.net. Sign up for alerts to make sure that you never miss a Friday 15 chat and get all kinds of great information about your small business. So we just got about 30 seconds or so to go here before we hand it off to our host and guest. Again, a reminder to use the Q&A. Also, you have available to you the comment section on the Google Plus event page if you want to post questions there as well. All right, so it's 11:15 Central Time, and time for another Friday 15 live chat. So here's your host, Connie Reimers-Hild.
Thank you. Well, welcome to this Friday 15. My name is Connie Reimers-Hild. I'm with Nebraska Extension at the Kimmel Education and Research Center, which is located in Nebraska City, Nebraska. And I'm a community vitality educator, which means I work with businesses in my area and help them grow. I mean, entrepreneurship is such an important thing. And one of the great things we have here at the Kimmel Education Research Center is an amazing intern, Alyssa Dye. And when we started talking about her doing a Friday 15, we were really excited about the fact that she's also an entrepreneur, and she's an Engler in the Engler Entrepreneurship program at the University of Nebraska, which is a great program supporting entrepreneurs in our undergraduate area that we really want to grow and see thrive after graduation. And she's already doing some of those things while in school. She also, I got to tell you before she gets started here, is great at making videos. So this is one part of her entrepreneurial endeavor that I think is just super cool. But social media is really an area of expertise for Alyssa, and so today we want to share with you a little bit about a Twitter party. Now, I'll have to admit, I did not know what a Twitter party was until Alyssa brought it forward. So it's my pleasure to introduce our wonderful intern here at Kimmel, Alyssa Dye.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. Well, like you said, my name is Alyssa Dye, and I'm a senior majoring in ag education leadership with a couple of minors graduating here in May. And so just talking about a Twitter party, not really something that's like on the front lines of social media, but can be an incredible asset for you starting your business, whether that's a grand opening or the ribbon cutting for you, or serving as an open house, but in a virtual realm with that. So I guess the first question to answer is, what the heck is a Twitter party? And that is, it's a fast and fun-paced virtual party, and it's on the Twitter platform. Usually they last about 1 to 2 hours, and they're usually held in the evening if they're done so, or they can be hosted throughout the day at an event. This coming Applejack Festival will do a Twitter party with Happy Orchard, so it's scheduled out throughout the day for that. I'll be bouncing back with examples for hashtag Happy Orchard while I'm talking about this, which is actually kind of why I'm dressed up as a butterfly. So not my typical like everyday outfit, but definitely is a culture maker. So which is a huge asset to a Twitter party as well. It's a great opportunity to connect with people and to discuss a topic of choice, whether that's directly your product or service that you have to offer, or an overall conversation or discussion about your niche area or why it's important for you to be doing so. But really, like, the goal or the objective of the Twitter party is to create an experience or a movement for you and your customers and the people that you're engaging with, and also to expand your online presence and your following there as well.
Well, and just to expand a little bit, here in Nebraska City, we have an annual festival called the Applejack Festival. And our office actually sits on a 90-acre orchard here in Nebraska. So we're working on a gaming app called Happy Orchard that really focuses on, talking about local foods, pollination, the economic impact of that, and business development, and the STEM sciences, all kind of integrated into one game. And Alyssa's been helping us with the app, but also that's one reason we started talking about a Twitter party is how do we launch this app and get people engaged in the app? And so she had suggested a Twitter party and really has actually become one of the characters in the game to help launch this.
Yeah, I joke that I'm the social media butterfly, so here instead of the intern, but it's the same thing for me, but for sure. So why, I guess, we talked about what a Twitter party is, but to talk about why you should host one is to create the online experience and to broaden your online presence and to gain that following for you. But this is an opportunity for you to generate thousands of tweets within an hour or 2 hours, depending on how you structure your Twitter party, or all day. And so even through this, you can gather and collect all of these testimonies or recommendations or reviews from people who you are engaging with that you can continue to use for promotion uses, whether that's in your store in person or online, consistently throughout until you have your next Twitter party or however long you want to use it. So it's a great way to just generate all of this content that you can use in the future, get your name out there, and also just to engage with people that you're wanting to engage with.
So Alyssa, how would it work? I mean, if I said, okay, so let's do the Twitter party for Happy Orchard, how would you kind of sketch that out so we could get it launched?
There is some planning that goes into this, and so really what the structure of this looks like is that you would have a party host, which would be you for your business, and you can also have an expert panelist. Maybe for Happy Orchard, we would bring in some etymologists to answer questions about what pollination is, why it's important, and then just different aspects of the different pollinators that are featured in our app as well. Just an example of who is running the show there. You connect with customers and build through this media, but it's all done through a specific hashtag, which is actually the key to hosting a Twitter party. Everybody, including you and your questions and the probes that you do, the responses to customers and people engaging online with as well, and everybody who is participating in this Twitter party has to use the same hashtag for it to be counted in this Twitter party realm. Just how it's tracked, it goes back to that hashtag. One of the recommendations that I have is to make sure that you have a hashtag that is unique enough that you are getting only hashtags from your party. So I would definitely recommend putting it into potential, whatever you're thinking about your hashtag is, into that search bar already on Twitter and seeing if it's being commonly used and seeing how you can fine line that so that it is something that is unique. And also make it short enough that you can use it in every response. You only have 150 characters for every tweet, every question. If your hashtag takes up half of that, then you have very minimal opportunities to really have that built-in structure and meaning in that content of those responses as well.
So kind of a short, sticky hashtag that you've researched a little bit, so it's not something being used commonly for something else, because you want to be able for people to come back and yourself to come back and see the tweets associated with the Twitter party and really grow your presence through that hashtag, correct?
For sure, yes. So, and the other thing with that too, this does take a lot of planning, so you'll be wanting to plan this a couple of weeks in advance, and you'll also want to start marketing or promoting that you're having a Twitter party through different social media outlets, through your traditional means as well, a couple of weeks ahead of time, so people are aware about it, they're resharing about it, include incentives of why they need to participate. That could literally mean prizes, discounts, swag. I always call that hashtag swag, stuff we all get. people go.
She's very big into the swag, I'll tell you. But which is good to know, because I thought that was a really fun part of the concept of a Twitter party, to have those giveaways. Might be a downloadable report.
Mm-hmm.
It may be a physical, product with your logo on it. So it is connecting with that audience in a variety of ways. And I think that swag can be a great way to get some of your products and services out there to folks who participate.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So I just saw a question pop up. How does a Twitter party different from a tweet chat? It really is the same concept. I think there's just different ways that you can name it. Chat, party, depending on like who your audience is and like who you're trying to engage with, is like really, there's a lot of creates. You can definitely call it something different than a Twitter party. You can also structure it different too, which I can get to here in a little bit. I have some thoughts about that as well. So
it's a great question, and I think they both kind of have the same, background. You want people to get involved in the conversation and grow it. I think this is really good for that. Tweet chats kind of can occur throughout time, once a month or something, where this could be for a launch.
Yes, for sure. So yeah, definitely can structure how you want to use it for you as well. So when you're scheduling a Twitter party, you want to schedule all of these questions and probes that you'll be posting throughout. I would recommend there's actually tools that you can use to do this, to schedule them ahead of time. Hootsuite, TweetGrid. My favorite is TweetDeck. I use that to schedule tweets. I also use that to monitor the activity that's going on, because this is a fast-paced thing. TweetDeck just organizes everything in a way that's easier for me to see what's happening and for me to be able to retweet, favorite things, comment, answer questions as they're coming in. I would also recommend for people who are engaging in a Twitter party to use it as well to follow this Twitter party as well, where it is so fast. It just lays everything out in a way that's easier to follow as well. Definitely would recommend, depending on, there's a lot of freedom to do this, but if it's a 1 to 2 hour party, schedule a probe or a question every 5 minutes already, so that there's always content coming in and people still can discuss previous questions but also have something new to move on to as well.
So you're setting it up ahead of time so it's timed out and it's not just something you're constantly doing. You're monitoring activity versus throwing things out every day.
For sure. You're going to be busy facilitating these conversations, responding, engaging with people, on the rare occasion monitoring interactions and taking care of, if it would ever come out to have a negative comment, just taking care of that before it gets out there too far right away too. That's really rare, but having everything scheduled ahead of time gives you the freedom and the flexibility to really engage with the people that you're interacting with at that time.
Those are great tools, great ideas. Make it successful.
So, yeah, and so with a Twitter party, with the freedom of, a Twitter party or a tweet chat, Twitter party, you have an opportunity to engage a lot of things offline as well too, which is what I love. At Happy Orchard, or at Applejack this last year, we had a tweet spot that encouraged people to take a selfie inside the game and create this culture and this environment offline, and then upload it. You can really use this concept and make a photo contest that you can choose the winners of the most creative or the most engaging. I put a picture there of me taking a selfie in my butterfly wings in front of the tweet spot, and also a picture, even if you do a costume contest, or just finding fun ways to engage, or having people engage offline as well, and through their personal media aspects too. It's that whole concept of those outer networks of reaching more people. Why are you dressed up like a bumblebee? So things like that. Prizes too is another way to engage offline, just as incentives. Happy Orchard, we have seed packets that we can be sending out to people as well, and engaging in that offline activity of growing those flowers and still being part of the movement offline, even after the Twitter party is done. A couple of keys about having prizes is that you can either announce those randomly throughout the party. You can wait until the end. You have the freedom to do that. But really how that works is you send out a tweet that says congratulations with their handles so that they're tagged in it, and then give them directions to directly inbox you with their contact information so that you can get back connected with them. Those prizes can be loyalty incentives to your business. They can be the swag, or just even like downloadable things as well too. But it's a great way to like get those people to pick up their prizes to come into your store too, or your like in-person place as well too. But really to just build those connections and brand yourself.
I see one point that Alyssa has out here that I think is really important. So as we close this Friday 15, what is your last parting thought?
Make it fun. So get creative, get crazy with it. Like, that's what's going to make you stand out. You may feel ridiculous wearing butterfly wings or whatever it is, but that's what people connect with. So make it fun.
Awesome. Good job. So proud. Any other questions? I see we have the last slide. It looks like if they're announcing the next Power of Business chat. Glenn, it looked like you had a question, Glenn Muskie, about the ideal time. Plus, I know you kind of mentioned the time frame a little bit before. Is there an ideal time frame?
Yeah, a lot of like any time in the evening, 7 to 9 would be a good time frame. Time zones too, like there's a lot of flexibility with what you want to do with that, and just even like centered around something that's like coming up or connected with what's going on too.
Like we connect Happy Orchard with Applejack because we need a lot of people here in the area for that festival.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? Parting thoughts? Well, I want to thank Alyssa for putting this together and sharing it. I know from our perspective here at Nebraska Extension at the Kimmel Education and Research Center, it's been really fun to have an intern who's really kind of stretched our minds a little bit on what it takes to build our brand, having some fun with it, and really connecting with our audiences in new and exciting ways. So thank you for your expertise in sharing that today as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks everyone for joining this Friday 15 live chat. Our next chat, March 6th at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope you'll join us for that.